My name is Dorota Palicka and I will show you today a quick demo how to do some one-stroke design, and then we can outline it with the foil design gel and stick some gold foil into it. Hope you will enjoy watching. So first I want you to prepare your tip. Use a buffer to buff the surface. Then remove any dust which is on it. So we have to do the very watery background. And I'm using the blue acrylic paint mixed with lots of water. Okay. To clean my brush, I find the baby wipes works really good. So I'm gently wiping off any excess of the paint and then dab in the water. You have to remember to respect your brush so it lasts you a long time. A very important thing with the one stroke is that you cannot touch the design until the first layer of the paint is dry, because everything is going just to mix together. I will do here some basic flower. We could use white and pink, and then we will put some gold foil around it. So I'm squeezing a tiny bit of the white paint and pink paint. Now I will show you how to pick up your paint. With the highest side of your brush, you pick up the light color. With the lower side of your brush, you pick up the darker color. So I'm dipping in a white paint and then in a pink paint. Your next step will be to mix the paints on the piece of foil. Make sure you can still see the two colors separately. You have to imagine that there is a center of your flower. If it's hard to do so, you can touch it and do a wee dot. That will indicate your place where all your petals has to start and finished. So I'm starting drawing my first petal. And then I'm adding 4 more. You can pick up, if you need to, you can pick up your paint every single petal, then you get a really nice coverage and you don't have to repeat it, the moves. Okay, so that will be my basic flower. Now behind this one I can draw half of the flower. And then some on the other side as well. I'm not sure did you see it, but I didn't clean my brush even once. I didn't add any water to it. The paint has a perfect consistency to work with, so we don't have to add anything to it. And I'm drawing another half and here. Now I'm going to draw some leaves, and again I pick up some white paint and green paint. Mix the colors and then go into the design. Try to place the leaves like in a random way, and it's good if they all slightly different, because in a natural nothing is exactly the same. I can also show you how to do the banded leaf. Now we have to wait till this paint is dry, and then we will be touching in exactly same way, making the leaf to look bent. The main thing which you need to remember about the one stroke, and I will probably repeat it a few more times, is that you have to work slow and neat. If your paint is mixed in a brush, just clean it, because otherwise it's not going to work. So now I'm touching the other side of the leaf, working more with the tip of the brush, and that's how the leaf looks. It's like someone folded it into half. I'm picking up the paint actually with every single part of my design, and this way I get really nice coverage. I don't have to even clean my brush to do the next lot. I'm missing some leaves in here as well. So as you see, I try to give to every leaf slightly different shape. So now I'm going to do the middle of the flower, and to do so I'm using very watery brown paint, and I'm just filling up the bottoms of the middles of the flowers. Then I clean my brush and pick up red paint and do lots of small dots. Then pick up some orange. Then yellow. So we're obviously kind of graduating the colors from the darkest to the lightest. And on the end some white. Like with everything, like the more time you spend on your design, the better it's going to look. See, to make the flowers look more real and deeper, you can use very watery white, like lots of water on it, and then working just with the tip of your brush, you can highlight it some places. But don't do it everywhere, because then it will look a bit fake. So just at some places you can touch it a little bit with the white line. And those white lines gains in the flower and give the deepness to it. Then again, remember to don't overdo it and don't do too thick lines. They have to be so small and natural. Okay, once you're happy with your design, you can seal it with no clean stop seal to protect it. And then we can do some foil design on the top of it. As you can see, all the colors are popping out once we're putting the top coat on it. So that's the design finished and cured. Now I can pick up my Near Perfect Foil Design Gel, and I'm going to do some design around the one stroke flowers. When working with the foil design gel, make sure you apply it nice and even, so the foil sticks in on nice and even as well. So I'm drawing just some swirls. As you can see, I'm using exactly the same brush which I use for my one stroke outline. If you store it right and if you clean it right, it's going to last you ages. It is completely random look, so you can place the swirls whenever you like. Okay. Once you have finished it, you can cure it in a UV light for 2 minutes or in LED light for 30 seconds. Curing in a UV light, I find it gives a better addition to the. Once your design is curing, you can prepare your foil. So I'm going to cut a few pieces of the foil. Don't cut too big ones, because it's harder to work with the big piece. And then on the back of the foil, I'm going to use the blue scrap, which is a nail dehydrator, and clean the surface of it. So this way the foil is prepared to stick in perfect. I've got my foil prepared and then I'm going to press into the design. Okay, so that's how the design comes off. Each time you look for a place which is not used because you want a nice coverage. Once you're happy with your design, you can apply the no clean stop seal to protect it so it lasts for a few weeks.